Tony Hawk Underground is one of, if not the most iconic Tony Hawk game ever made. But it's also so much more than just a nostalgic trip for anybody in their late 20s or 30s. It improved on the already incredible gameplay of the Tony Hawk series, adding new features to its gameplay and customization options, but this time, integrating a beautiful story that encourages us to follow our dreams and how we should or shouldn't deal with real-life problems we run into with our friends. And it did all of this right under our teenage noses without us ever noticing. The game opens up with one of the most iconic scenes in all of gaming as we are in our room getting ready and our friend Eric comes knocking on our window. He tells us to get ready for the local skate demo where we have the chance to skate alongside one of skateboarding legends, Chad Muska, who is the absolute embodiment of the 90s and 2000s culture wrapped up into one single human being. As with any of us in our teenage years, we are shown that our protagonists and Eric have massive dreams and believe we can do anything in this world. Before we can accomplish anything, and before even leaving the room, Neversoft introduces the first of many customization options available in the game as you get to make your skater. Now, this isn't monumental by any means, but later in the game, they introduce some amazing customization options that were never seen in a Tony Hawk game before. For our skater, though, I had to go with the iconic skull and decided to stick with the 3/4 sleeve for nostalgia's sake. Oh, and I couldn't help but add the classic 2000s backward hat. That is still an absolute banger style option to this day.
Well, I just got my ride all set up. Sort of.
Looks like that thing's held together with duct tape. Let's go skate.
Home sweet home. What a dump. At least it has some killer spots. The old pool down by the high school, Scabland, the drainage ditch on the south side of town, and Elm Street, our own little strip of paradise, complete with drug dealers who hate skateboarders.
But in all honesty, in the opening minutes of this game, we realize that this game isn't just about skateboarding. Rather, it's about the world around skateboarding that actually mimics reality's highs and lows that come with pursuing your dreams in life. After messing around a little bit, Eric asks us to help him grab the pieces of his board that the drug dealers scattered all around the rooftops. Which is ironic because the first mission in our skateboarding game is to actually run around and parkour on all of the rooftops. Clearly, Neversoft is really pushing the new mechanic of walking in this game. But naturally, after we get his board put together for him because of his bum knee, Eric challenges us to a skate competition. And already, we can see the nature of Eric's true character forming. Dude, that was another thing about this game. The falls are so gnarly in this game. We then take a Rottweiler for a walk and slap up a bunch of flyers for the skate demo, where we finally get to skate with the one and only Chad Muska.
Yo, check this out.
Dude, that's not the coolest thing I've ever seen.
It's louder than a Metallica concert in there. I also had bulletproof siding put in and 7 screens for my DVD player.
Muska, chillin'.
Where? Australia?
See? That's how you hook it up. I mean, what's he done? Popped down a few rails and he's traveling the world, living like a king.
After seeing Muska's lifestyle, we, alongside Eric, finally had a taste of what it was like to be a professional skateboarder. All of the fame, the cars, the money, We then find out that Muska is hanging around town, so just as any of us would in real life, we stalk him and try to get some big scores as he drives around the town. Afterwards, he is actually impressed with us and tells us to try to get sponsored by the local skate shop and even hooks us up with a brand new board.
Dang, man, that's some ghetto ride you got rolling, though.
Yeah, but I'm pretty broke. I gotta make it last.
I hear you, man. Back in Vegas, I had no money, no place to stay, nothing, man, until my first shop sponsor hooked me up. So why don't you head down to your shop, check out their riders, and try to get hooked up. And yo, Merry Christmas.
Thanks!
You can almost see a glimmer in our empty eye sockets that this is finally our chance. The chance that every kid dreams of. We are finally seen by our hero who gives us exact details on how to finally make it and break through in this ever-challenging world we live in. So following Muska's advice, we go around to the local shop skaters to impress them with our skills, and honestly, I love the way they made this first level feel, since as you are skating and doing these challenges, you notice how hard it is to do some tricks. Dude, I forgot about the freakouts! Oh my gosh, this game was so ahead of its time. Like, trying to do this manual here for this combo is actually difficult, and it feels like we are a small town skater who needs to build up their skill stats, which, to me, actually doing the tricks to improve your stats is so much more satisfying than the Pro Skater series when you would just move the bar up. Eventually, Sean and Eric come to us yet again in need of some help. Turns out that the drug dealers stole some gear from the skate shop, and we are the ones tasked with going to retrieve it. Which is the perfect time for Neversoft to yet again tell us that we can get off of our board in this game. Joking about it, but honestly, this is the best thing to come to the Tony Hawk series, I swear. Why was this not a thing earlier? Anyway, we sneak around some of the rooftops and grab the gear back. But when we get there, we see a familiar face.
Eric, hey, what are you doing here? Well, look, I got the stuff back.
Awesome. You should get back to Peralta's before you get caught.
What about you?
Me? Oh, yeah, I gotta finish doing something here. These guys are gonna pay.
How many actual skate missions have I done at this point? Yeah, remember when I said that this game wasn't really about skateboarding, but rather the world around skateboarding? I swear, half the missions so far have had zero skateboarding in them. After helping the shop, we finally get to talk to the one and only Stacy Peralta.
I'd like to be sponsored by your shop.
Yeah, so would everybody else. I'll tell you what. Make me a sponsor me video. Show me what makes you different than Bobby B down the street, okay? And please don't hand me anything from the same old spots in New Jersey, dude, because I've seen it all.
Done. No local spots and different tricks.
Our dream gets cut short thanks to our friend Eric, who is now on the run from the local drug dealers. You know, just like when we were 16. Right, guys? We can all relate to that.
What are you talking about?
When I got back to my house last night, they were parked outside waiting for me. I gotta get the hell out of here. My cousin's got a place in New York. You've gotta help me get to the train station across the river.
In an attempt to escape, we need to get to the train station, which is currently blocked by some cops. So the only answer, of course, is to get the most insane amount of speed ever on a skateboard and launch ourselves over the entire bridge. I love these games. After clearing the bridge, we confront the cops with the greatest burn ever spoken in 2003.
What's your problem, Bacon Bits? Wake up on the wrong side of your mother this morning?
Dude, it's so... We give the cop the runaround and rescue Eric again from the drug dealers, while this time driving a freaking Subaru. That's right, not only did Neversoft allow us to get off of our board, but now we can drive cars? This game was monumental. Also, Eric is really starting to cause a lot of trouble that, for some reason, we keep on needing to clean up. Which actually sounds like another story from thousands of years ago that we'll get to a little later in this video. Finally, we save Eric for the third time now and escape over the water to New York City.
Come on!
This is again why Tony Hawk Underground is the best Tony Hawk game ever made. Because in this game, we don't just have levels. We have a world that is all connected. We as players don't just load into the next level. We get carried there through the story and have a genuine reason for traveling to all of these obscure locations.
Big bad New York. Peralta will be pumped if we can get some footy from the Brooklyn Banks, Veterans Memorial, the Pyramid Ledges, and 78 Water Street.
While getting our skate footage, we are for some reason challenged by construction workers to get a high score and asked to destroy nut vendor carts before we actually start recording for our video part. Again, I love this game. Then the local skaters show us around and we get some tricks done in the city. The best part about this is that the locals aren't just standing around though. You actually skate alongside them while you are skating through the level. Which I know isn't anything insane, but it just makes the world feel more fleshed out and like there's actual skate scene going on around you. I don't know. It's a small detail, but I really enjoyed that. Some of the locals offer to help us, other ones aren't as friendly. Another weirdly accurate depiction of the real world. Some people are going to open their arms and welcome us into these new communities and hobbies that we have, but there are still some people who will gatekeep and try to protect the precious thing that they love.
Those guys have a camera. Maybe they'll let us use it to make our Sponsor Me video for Peralta.
Why you beaming? You want a date or something?
I stopped dating dwarfs last week.
Take your soggy mob flips back to Jersey, tweakers.
Hey, let's just go skate. If we tear up your favorite spots, you guys help film us?
Now, this scene is so short, but there's so much to unpack with it, as we can see that Eric is about to settle this beef like Arthur. We, on the other hand, are much more understanding, and we try to win them over with our talents, a trait that we will see more of as the story goes on. We go throughout the night filming insane lines at all the local spots, even if they take a couple tries each. Okay. Not me actually struggling to beat this level in 2025 when this game came out in 2000 and I'm a grown adult, almost 30, when I beat this when I was like 12. It's not what's happening. Nice, there it is. Yeah, that was pretty much first try though, right? We then overheat a car and drive it into the river for, honestly, I don't know why, but it looked cool. But this is a Tony Hawk game, so what do we do next besides break into a hotel to unlock the next customization option that Neversoft has for us, and that's customizing our very own trick. I have no idea how game design works, but I feel like this had to be pretty advanced for 2003. I mean, you can twist, spin, flip, grab in any direction for as long or as little as you'd like. How does this coding work, and why is it still funny to see your character spin around at Mach speed in 2025? With our new trick made, the local hits us with the most 2000 Spike TV joke in any video game I have ever played.
New York Nutbuster. Get special and nail a Nutbuster somewhere inside the building.
After we meet up with Eric again, and I don't know what his obsession is, but he lights another car on fire, and we are told to do tricks over it as our final video clip in New York, so we can finally be sponsored by Stacy Peralta's shop.
Wow, you got style. You are on the team, dude. You're definitely on the team. We gotta find a way to get you down to the Tampa Am contest.
Tampa? That would be insane. But I have like $3 to my name.
Don't matter, man. I'll tell you what. You run some errands for me in New York, and I'll flow you my vintage bus for the trip. Now tell me what you want to ride, and I'll send you all the free gear you need for the event, dude.
We instantly see that the shimmer of light starts to get brighter as we are now one step closer to becoming the professional skateboarder that we dreamed of. But joining the team is, of course, not without some grunt work. So we are tasked with hunting down some decks from some New York skaters who stole them and need to learn tricks from a Japanese chef who works at McDonald's. Just Tony Hawk, man. This game rocks. Once we get our Japanese chef mentor's blessing, we tell Eric that Peralta is giving us his old bus so we can head down to Tampa to compete in some skate competitions. That is, until we get pulled over by Bacon Bits again.
One busted taillight. Violation. One bad bumper sticker. Big mistake, you punks.
It's not our car, man. We borrowed it. We like cops.
Aren't you white meat supposed to be out fighting real crime? Like figuring out where that missing sprinkled donut went?
Oh, that's real funny, smartass. Kiss your little roller skating contest goodbye. That is, unless your buddy here wants to do us some favors.
Dude, oh my gosh, we're indentured servants to the cops now? And the first mission is, weird?
I need to get a picture of a cheating couple, expose a guy cheating on his workers' comp, and I need to deliver some dry cleaning.
We team up with a private investigator to catch a cheating man in the act. So we skate over the car. Oh! You know what? This isn't the part of the big transformative story that I'm trying to focus on, so let's jump to when we get the cops some donuts, stop a robber, and bust our friend Eric out of jail.
Thanks for being the cops' errand boy and getting me out of jail.
Oh yeah, surprise, Eric is in trouble and we need to help him again. Right after we save Eric, though, he decides that he wants to get back at the cops and steals a cop car that we have to drive, and while it's pretty freaking sick to drive, we jump it right into the river. And yes, this can be chalked up to just teenagers messing around, but as a now adult, I understand why back in the day parents were concerned about who we would spend time with, as we are often heavily influenced by those around us. Sometimes those people, though, aren't just friends, but they're family, just like the 1,000-year-old story that we will get to at the end of this video. In the meantime, we finally are free from the cops and are able to sign up for the biggest amateur skate contest in the world, Tampa Am.
Park's closed to the public.
Oh, now check the list. Eric Sparrow, a.k.a. the guy who's gonna win Best Trick tomorrow.
AKA cocky knucklehead. Okay, you're in. Whoa, easy there, Chief. The list's all checked off.
What? You signed us both up, right?
Well, I mean, I sent mine for him in, you know.
Dude, look, I'll sign up now.
I told you, the list is full. Feel free to watch from the bleachers, though.
Look, yeah, I'm sorry about this, but anyway, I gotta go skate. I mean, this could be my big break. And who knows, maybe you could impress the pro or something and get in too.
This is a major turning point in the game. We start to feel the tension build between these two best friends who started from nothing. The same friends who now have a taste of success are slowly starting to look out for themselves, or at least one of them is. Now that we can't skate in the contest, we need to find a way in. So we go to impress the local skaters with our talents, and even run into the even bigger skateboarding legend, Tony Hawk himself. We talk to Tony, and he says that if we can impress him, he will guarantee our spot in the contest.
Oh, not bad. Where are you from?
I came all the way down from New Jersey for the Tampa Am.
Talk about a surprise attack. If you stay on your board tomorrow, you'll walk away with the contest.
I can't. It's full. I worked so hard to get a sponsorship from Stacy Peralta.
Stacy Peralta? I know that dude. He was my first sponsor, too, back in the 80s. Is he still into yoga? That's one weird dude, but cool as they come. Look, I can't make any guarantees, but I'll talk to the guys at the contest. Just show up tomorrow.
Let's go, Tony. After we again impress our hero with our raw talent and not just weasel our way in, we finally land a spot in the Tampa Am competition, and we absolutely crush it by winning the vert, street, and even the best trick competition. In a bout for first place, we take Eric on in a 1v1 situation, and of course we win. Remember how I said that this was the biggest amateur contest? Well, we just won it, and now that bright light is shining even brighter down on us as all of the sponsors come rushing over and offer us spots on their team.
Man, that was insane. You gotta give me a call. I wanna hook you up with Birdhouse.
Hey, ease off. You gotta ride for Flip, mate.
Hey, come here. Would everybody just shut up for 5 seconds and let me talk to the damn kid? I gotta give it to you. That run was bullshit. No, in a good way, though. I'm gonna have to put you on Element, bottom line.
Dude, we're making it big. You're an AM. All the major deck companies are after you. Time to check out some videos to see which sponsor best fits your style. The choice is yours. Again, dude, this game is absolutely incredible. As we see, Eric starts to show his true colors while we are climbing the ranks and working hard to accomplish our goals. Best friend is angry at us. Why? Why doesn't he support us? Tony Hawk does a great job at molding real life and skateboarding. When these teams come up to you, they don't just show you a list of teams that you can choose from, but rather they show entire real life skate videos that you can then go and buy in real life and watch the real footage of. It's truly just an ingenious way to mold gaming and skating culture into one. I think it's amazing.
Skating in Philly is so much better than skating anywhere else. People always ask me like, "No man, how come you don't move to Hollywood or California or something like that?" It's just like, well, I don't want to, man. Building some mini ramps and skating on roofs and things like that. I think it's safe to say that I'm staying in Philadelphia.
After watching all of these videos, I couldn't help myself, and I went with Element as it was my favorite skate brand back in the day. It was my first real skateboard I ever owned, and I was just obsessed with Bam Margera. After joining, though, we can see that Eric is pissed. Rather than being happy for his friend, he is nothing but jealous. As our first team trip, we fly out to San Diego to get some photos for our first magazine cover.
Hey, what's up? You get in from the airport okay?
Yeah, are you Todd, the team manager?
Hey, look, I gotta finish this meal before I go out to eat, so here's my skateboarding 101 spiel. The more coverage you get, the more crazy tricks you land, the more tours and free gear for you, okay? Just push yourself, show us your Skittles, and everything is cool.
Skittles?
Skills! Skittles means skills. What are you, from Idaho? Hey, look, the filmer's here to shoot some other guys. Go piggyback with them and get some coverage, all right?
After getting a bunch of photos and videos, it's time to celebrate, and the team wants to throw an epic party.
Check out the ad for the Idaho kid. This demands a party.
Yeah?
Tell you what, you're the freshie. You're in charge of the party treats.
What?
And what 2000s party isn't complete without girls?
So the party's cool and all, but there aren't enough girls here. It's a total dude festival.
We're dipping into the Spike TV territory here with this comment.
Grab that gardener's cart, find a few ladies.
So we get into our cart with potted plants in the back, drive around, and do the most gnarly skate tricks to impress the babes around town.
Wow!
After they join us, we throw some flyers around and do a race for some reason. And we are just living our best life. We are skating, we're having fun, we're enjoying our time without Eric in sight. Matter of fact, we actually party a little too hard and sleep until 2 p.m. where our manager wakes us up and greets us with a new teammate.
Come on, it's 2 in the afternoon and you're still asleep? You gotta skate the demo at 3.
Man, what demo?
The team demo. Come on, I want you to get the new guy hooked up.
Sup, fool?
Eric? You're on the team? But how'd you...
With no help from you. But that's cool. I can see how busy you've been.
Ah, you guys know each other? Anyway, why don't you find the rest of the team? They scattered after the party. I'll see you guys at the demo after I chow down.
And Eric is back. He's back, and he didn't forget about the contest. Matter of fact, he's mad that we didn't just hand him a free sponsorship. In the past, we were always helping him out until he screwed us over, and we finally decided to start looking out for ourselves. Now that Eric is on the team and we continue to work on the team skate video, we need to promote it by doing a local skate demo. So we tell some of the local kids, get our gear back from some thieves, and find all of our drunk teammates. The skate demo goes over great, and we end it with an absolute banger of a trick. Just pause for a second. I don't know if this is just a me thing, but hitting special tricks in Tony Hawk games almost always takes way too long and way too many tries. Like, look at how simple this is. Yeah, look at how many attempts it actually took me. Why did I do that? I've been recording for hours. There we go. Is this a me thing? Like, is this a skill issue or what am I doing here? Either way, the demo actually goes over so well that we land a team trip to the beautiful Hawaii. On a flight over, we see another teammate who is looking at sketches of boards for his pro model after being on the team for 1 year.
The team usually doesn't bring hams on a trip this big.
Man, those sketches are awesome. Did you draw them?
Nah, some artists did. They're the graphics for my new pro model.
Hey, how long were you on the team before you turned pro?
About a year. I just threw down a couple hammers for the last video, and the response was so crazy, they gave me a pro board. Who knows? Do the same, maybe they'll turn you pro in a few years.
And we can feel through the controller how excited our character is, and we just unlocked a brand new goal. Just like when Muska told us to check our local shop, we have a tangible way of becoming an actual pro skateboarder. After landing in Hawaii, our manager reminds us that we're here to get skate footage for a big video premiere. So naturally, we go around the island doing tricks in front of some wedding couples, get laid, again, the most 2000s culture just shining so bright here, destroy a couple pineapples, empty a pool by wall planting the vending machine 3 times. Oh my gosh, I forgot about this mission. Of course, dude, if you want to drain the pool, wall plant the vending machine 3 times. How else would you do it?
Here it comes.
Acid dropping into the pool, causing the guard to drop his chocolate in, and the local babes yelling that somebody pooped in the pool.
For decontamination.
Because how else would you drain a pool in Tony Hawk? After doing all this, Eric comes up to us and shows us some of his footage, and to our surprise, actually says he wants to help us film.
And that's some heavy footage.
What you got going?
Some secret spot I just found. It's pretty gnarly. I'm gonna shoot it later today.
That's cool. Give me a ring if you need help shooting it. It'd be like old days.
So you could see that there's still this, like, awkward tension between Eric and us. And, you know, we're on the same team, we're friendly, but I'm not going to steal his board back from some drug dealers like we were back in Jersey anymore. Now it's like, hey man, if you need some help, let me know. I can help you get some footage, you know. We get some more footage at local spots, complete in a luau skate competition, do a long handstand manual, and impress all of the babes. Again, sorry, not the transformative story that we are focusing on. For our final banger in the video, we climb up to a rooftop that's at least 40 stories high and open the door for Eric to come up so he can help record our biggest trick
Get up here
yet.
and bring the camera.
Dude, about to hit the biggest spot in all of skating.
Can you believe this spot?
You serious? You miss your ollie and we'll be sending you back to Jersey in a coffee can.
Todd said he wanted something big. This is it.
So with our 2 friends back together, the roles are now switched. Instead of Eric doing all the crazy stunts, it's our turn to now jump from building to building over a helicopter.
It's the cops. We gotta split.
No way, Eric. This shot is too good to pass up for the premiere in Vancouver. The chopper's just the icing.
You freaking lunatic. You're gonna get yourself killed.
And I'm gonna pull a McTwist on the way over. Just keep the camera steady.
Easily the most insane trick ever thought about, and even Eric realizes this and tries to pull us back by saying it's too much. Which is wild because for the first time ever, we finally start making a name for ourselves and realize we can do something big with our lives. And our friend tries to tell us that we're dreaming too big? But no. Now it's our time to shine, and we begin to set up for our trick.
Tell me you got that.
Hell yeah, I got it.
I can't believe I did that. That's the best thing I ever filmed.
It's the best thing anybody ever filmed.
Stay where you are.
After nailing the trick, we find ourselves right back in New Jersey, running from the cops with our good friend Eric alongside us. This is a trick that is going to push us over the edge to become a professional skateboarder. All we need to do is show the footage to the people so that they can learn how great of a skater we are. As we prep for the video premiere in Vancouver, we get some extra footage to help the rest of the team find, again, stolen items. There's a lot of theft in this game for some reason, and we clean up a bunch of piles of leaves by cutting them with a lawnmower. Okay, pause. I know I was so pumped to drive that Subaru back in Jersey, but I feel like at this point, they're really shoving the whole driving thing down our throats. I mean, a golf cart, now a lawnmower? What are we doing here? For one last quest before the Element Team video premiere, we help a teammate film for his part.
Hey, bro, I'm about to hit a line through the underground.
He said the line.
Are you ready, bro?
Hell yeah, I've been waiting for this all day.
Tonight's your night, and we're going big. But we have a bit of a problem. Our limo driver's passed out. Here's the keys.
Finally, it's time for the premiere, and we go to pick up all of the teammates. More driving. At the premiere, we find out that, well, I'm just gonna let this one play out for itself.
Did I miss my part?
Hard? You weren't even in it. But Eric's part ruled. He did the sickest rooftop gap I've ever seen. Roof to roof in Hawaii.
No shot, right?
40 stories up.
What the? That was my trick in my spot.
Time to introduce our newest pro, Eric Sparrow!
The ultimate betrayal!
Eric's on his way to the Moscow Invitational, and his first pro board will be coming out in 2 months!
That was supposed to be... Dude, he stole our footage.
You poached my shots. Where's my footage?
Oh, man, I couldn't bring myself to tell you. See, there was this thing at Customs.
Lying secret.
Hey! We go way back, so I'm gonna forget you just did that. Now listen, I got 3 parties to hit, but you better go rest up for the amateur contest tomorrow.
Now, if this isn't the biggest gut punch, we bust our butt trying to prove ourselves and work so hard to pursue our dreams, and it all just gets yanked out from under us, not just by someone else, but by our best friend who used our talent for their own good and reaps the rewards, as we see in the next scene that Eric ends up becoming a pro because of his insane video part, which isn't even his. Before we move forward with the game, I want to share a small story where I actually had this exact thing happen to me. I've been making content since, well, the beginning of college, which at this point is a painful 10 years ago. Without going into great details, I spent a lot of time trying to swing my bat until one day I was finally given an opportunity to really learn and grow in the industry. And I began working with a creator who I looked up to and spent hours every day for months learning and exploring the intricacies of YouTube. I started a new channel, which is the one that you're watching right now. And after 2 years, by the grace of God, I was able to grow it over 20,000 subscribers. Which reminds me, if you enjoy older video games and pondering life, then consider subscribing for more videos like this one here. But throughout those few years of growth, I too had a best friend who was supporting me along the way. Granted, he wasn't making videos, but he was there for all of the streams and played an active role in my content journey. Eventually, I got to a point where I took a break from making videos because my wife and I had a baby, we bought a house, there's a whole new life change where I got a new job, and just a lot of stuff happening. But me and my friend, we still talked about going to a gaming convention. While we talked, we didn't really have any real plans set in stone to go, but one night when we were out, it was brought up and he mentioned to me that he already applied for a creator pass using my channel and got approved. And just as we felt with our video part, that's how I felt at that moment. I spent years of my life sacrificing time, getting criticized by people I know and love, and struggling hard to make a name for myself. And in one swoop, in that moment, I was taken advantage of. And it was and still is something that I really struggle with today. But unlike how we handle it in the game, I decided to take the approach of the thousands of year old story that I mentioned earlier in this video. But before we get to that conclusion, we have to see what happens to our protagonist and Eric. Now that Eric is pro, we need to find our way up the ranks. So despite being an amateur still, we sign up to the pro contest and absolutely crush Eric in the contest. And our manager tells us it's time to start thinking of board graphics, as after winning,
You guys are taking me pro?
You just won a pro contest. You are a pro.
we are now finally a professional skateboarder. Afterwards, the guy from the plane talks to us and we tell him Eric lost our footage, which of course he doesn't believe. He also tells us that having a board sponsor isn't enough to make a living, so we need to go talk to the shoe sponsors now to get ourselves on board for the next team tour to Moscow. During our tour in Moscow, the team convinces us to break into a guarded plaza. Like, guarded by guys with guns while we distract them.
Figure out phase 3 of Operation D's.
Operation D's what?
D's nuts. Now get going and knock them all down.
The D's nuts joke? Tony Hawk Underground? Since when? Again, the epitome of the 2000s embodied in virtual video game form. It's perfect. Action. After successfully breaking in, Eric tries to apologize to us, but something just doesn't feel right. Meanwhile, of course, Bam is distracted by the Russian tanks.
Oh, tank, look at these tanks. Damn, look at these tanks.
What's up? Aren't you stoked about getting Best New Pro?
Well, it's not a done deal yet. It's pretty close between me and Eric.
Sup, guys? Listen, I've been thinking, we can't keep this up. Remember how I used to torch action figures with you? I acted like a dork. I'm sorry. I got carried away.
Aw, I'm touched. Really. Now get out in front of those cameras and earn your keep.
It's so good. We can't go skating right now. Look at these tanks.
Do you feel as icky as I do about that? Something about that interaction just didn't sit right with me. And I don't know where this is going. During the demo, we end up doing a doubles run with Eric, and we start to get a feeling that maybe we're back. Are we all good? Did Eric really mean his apology and we can move forward? Nope, of course not. Eric steals the keys to a tank while drunk and drives into a building, all while we are trying to stop him and save him. But in the end, he stumbles away and we get arrested and are now stuck in Moscow, Russia, and kicked off the team.
Stupid. I tried to stop him.
And in the most Tony Hawk way possible, we need to find our way back to the States. So naturally, we pick up girls for a creepy Russian dude, clear a name with the mysterious Russian dude in a phone booth, disrupt Russian communications with a Dr. Tesla, and cure the guy's hangover with more vodka before we can finally be smuggled back into the States totally legally.
And now I will do for you. You are going home.
Now back to the story. When we get back to Jersey, Eric rolls up on us with his limousine, bodyguard, and manager.
We just raised my demo rate to 5 Gs. I need 5 in my hand or I won't skate. I don't care how many kids are waiting.
Eric's a big shot celebrity now.
Well, look who's here. I was hoping to see you. I never got to thank you for handing me Best New Pro back in Russia.
You still don't get it.
No, homie. I got it all. My own company, 6 cars in my garage, a record deal in the works, and what do you got, huh? Food stamps?
You go ahead, keep telling yourself you're happy, but it ain't about the money.
I can't believe I'm wasting my time with this jackass. He probably skates for minimum wage. See ya.
You'll see, I'm not going anywhere. I still got a few real friends left.
And that right there is exactly it.
He gives me a stomach ache. I can't believe kids will look at Eric and think that's what skating is about.
Look, you got a deal if you want to make it as a pro.
Man, I just want to skate like the old days. It used to relax me, not stress me out.
That's your deal, man. Skating is whatever you make it. It didn't change. You're the one that changed. Now go skate. You'll remember why you started in the first place.
I want to go back quick to the one line that we said there. It ain't about the money. I feel like this is so relevant for today's culture. With the internet, it's so easy to make every hobby we have into a business, and so many people tell us that that's what we should do. But I think we can all take a piece of Stacy Peralta's wisdom.
Skating is whatever you make it. It didn't change. You're the one that changed. Now go skate. You'll remember why you started in the first place.
Now that we have a new point to prove, we decide to talk to some of our friends like Sean here and show them what we're working on. We bust out a new trick called soul skating and combo around the city just like the good old days. While doing so, we get a new idea with Stacy's help to start our own skate team with pros that share the same idea of skateboarding being fun and not for money and fame.
Now you're finally making some sense. What's the plan?
We start our own team.
I like it. Now let's find some guys who share our same philosophy.
I'm on it. I'll track down the best pros and sign them up.
Perfect. And all we need to do is find a great name for our team.
But, of course, before we can convince them to join, though, our character takes some time to reflect.
Before any of these other guys are going to want to join, they're going to want to know that I'm still for real. I'm guessing with everything that's been going on, most people have forgotten. Well, I guess I'll just have to remind everyone.
So this is interesting, because this is kind of exactly what I'm doing with this video. This is part of my comeback, and for anyone who may have forgotten about what I can do, consider this your reminder. At one last chance for customization, Neversofts gives us the opportunity to pick our own team members and the name of our own team, which I got super creative and landed on cannons. Like multiple cannons on a ship, but spelled like my name, Cannon. I know, it's pretty sick. But building a team isn't enough. We need to put together a video part.
We got a killer team. Now to spread the word.
We're gonna make a skate video, but we're not gonna make some cookie cutter film where everybody is skating the same stuff. We're gonna make something bigger and better, totally unexpected. Check this, dude. I've had this for years. I've been saving this list of secret spots since Animal Chin.
Now with the biggest names in skateboarding, we need to go do 5 of the biggest tricks in skateboarding. So we nail all the tricks called out, do a button mashing combo, hit all of the spots in the park, land some massive spine transfers, and spun around a bunch of times. And as we build these clips, Neversoft again hits us with one of the coolest mechanics and actually compiles an entire video from all of the skaters you chose to be on your team. Again, just absolutely beautifully melding real life and video games together to form one awesome experience. Once we finally have our big comeback, we are confronted by Eric one more time. But this time, he has the tape with our big helicopter jump.
Man, I think we broke the piñata with that video. We can't even keep up with orders.
Oh, how cute. 2 little skaters and their ghetto shop. Heard your video went over pretty good. I guess kids dig that goofy soul skating crap. I tell you what, I'll buy you out for $500,000 right now. I got my checkbook.
I told you. It was never about the money.
Right, I forgot. Mr. Pure, I should have fixed you back in Tampa.
Tell it to your posse. We're through. I've got everything I need.
Not this. Remember? Hawaii, building jump, helicopter. That was some sick footage. Too bad no one ever saw it.
You backstabbing, mob-flipping cockroach.
Hey! What do you say? One last trip around the neighborhood. Winner takes the tape.
Oh my gosh, but we got the part. And the lesson isn't just about getting revenge and punching your friend in the face, but a lesson about choices. Real briefly, I want to talk about a very old story that is thousands of years old about a guy named Joseph from the book of Genesis. Now, whether you are Christian or not, Joseph's story is actually very similar to the protagonist, where he too was betrayed and even put in prison. But it wasn't just by a friend, it was his brothers. And despite this betrayal, Joseph continued to use his gifts and uplift those around him, just like we did with our teammates during our video premieres, and using our talents rather than weaseling our way in. Joseph eventually was brought into the kingdom of Egypt to work under the Pharaoh, and was actually just as powerful as Pharaoh, just without the title. But Joseph only got this position after he helped one of the people on Pharaoh's team while in prison, again, using his talents. Eventually, during the big drought in Egypt, his brothers ended up coming back to him asking for help, and instead of, well, punching them in the face, Joseph opened up the door and hosted his brothers, the same ones who betrayed him. He brought them into his own home in Pharaoh's kingdom and even gave them land to avoid the famine. You see, we have choices in life. We can either hold resentment and prove ourselves to other people, or we can be forgiving and do things because we are called to do them or just like doing them. This is where I am at with my friend. I do not have any grudge against him, and I certainly will not be punching him in the face. Instead, I have talked to him a bit since then, and am currently trying to find some time to have him over for dinner. This game is so much more than just nostalgia. It's a blast to play, but more importantly, it's a story that mimics the real world and shows us that people aren't always in it for the right reasons. I absolutely love this game, and even though it's a brief 7 to 9 hour game to beat, it still holds up today and is an easy 8.5 out of 10 for me. The gameplay and story was intuitive and added a lot of features to the series that was already loved. However, some of those features got a little bit repetitive, particularly with the driving, and some customizations like the trick customization I just never really used much during this playthrough or even years ago. Despite that, there's a reason why this is a staple in any gamer's playbook. And if you like this video, YouTube thinks you'll enjoy this one as well. So, I'll see you over there. Oh, and super quick before you go, if you want to support the channel on a deeper level, but more importantly, learn more about making YouTube videos, feel free to join the Patreon. I'd go over the entire process on how I made this video from start to finish, including my script, the ideation notebook that I have, the titles and thumbnails that I was working on, and how I finally settled on what you're watching right now. So if you're interested in making YouTube videos and you're not sure where to start, the Patreon's a great way to join and learn without having to spend like a ton of money. So go hop in the Patreon, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. Thanks.